Are you a new GP partner? Are you struggling to understand all the complexities of GP partnership and what this means for the future of your career, and particularly what you need to know to make this more sensible and functioning for yourself? Well, join myself and Dr. Tommy Perkins from Medics Money as we talk about his particular journey from finishing training to becoming a locum to being a salaried and then becoming a GP partner, and how he's learnt from that episode and how we are going to be sharing those lessons and with others to help make this process so much easier for you, the new GP partners. We're going to be covering all this in this episode, so definitely stick around as we tech enhance your primary care and learning. So, GP learners, I'm joined here by Dr. Tommy Perkins. Tell us about yourself, Tommy.
Hi, Gandhi. Nice to catch up with you again. Yep, my name's Dr. Tommy Perkins. I'm a GP partner and I'm also one half of Medics Money.
So tell us about Medics Money, because some of our eGP learners may not have heard of you, which it would be a surprise to me, but absolutely something I think people need to be aware of.
It would definitely be a minority that haven't heard of us, I would say. But yeah, Medics Money is myself and my colleague, Dr. Ed Cantello. And Ed's a bit unusual because he's a GP like us, but he's also a chartered accountant and a chartered tax advisor. And a few years ago now, we noticed that doctors, including GPs, struggled to get good quality information about their finances because nobody taught us this stuff in medical school or in GP training. And as a result, we noticed that lots of our colleagues, were more prone to making the wrong financial choices about, a whole wide range of things. And so we set up Medics Money and we empower doctors to make better financial decisions is our strapline. And that we do using a podcast, which we were guided to start by one of the best podcast hosts in the business. That's you. Cheers for that. And we've got our website and our email list. And it's been really popular. So thanks for all your help.
Absolutely. Just a testament to the work you guys have been putting in. I know how much effort you put into that, and it's been a really effective resource. And it's definitely something I direct a lot of people to if they have questions about finance and, how to basically make that whole side of things, particularly when it comes to things like pensions, accounts, all that kind of stuff, so much easier. I guess one of the things that is a challenge for many GPs, particularly as they transition through their careers, is that concept of changing the type of career they have. So particularly if they're going from being a locum or a salaried towards a partner. And there's not as many resources as I think there would be or could be to try and help those people that are transitioning, because becoming a partner, to be honest, is a bit of a challenge. There's lots of stuff you don't know, until you kind of need to know it. Can you tell us about anything that you guys are up to try and help people with that particular challenge?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, really, because becoming a partner is a challenge. And usually we find it's the non-clinical things which people struggle with. And the reason, again, is because nobody teaches us this stuff. And you kind of, if you're lucky, pick it up as you go along, or people sort of give you a few little tips here and there. But there's never been a structured way to give new GP partners everything they need to, get started in their partnership, especially focusing on the non-clinical things like the financials and the well-being and the workload. And obviously, Ed's an accountant and a GP. That's a really unique skill set, which powers everything we do at Medics Money. But the other thing that powers Medics Money is that we've been really fortunate to get 54 of this country's best specialist medical accountants and independent financial advisors. And they're all verified by me and Ed, and they all help power the Medics Money machine. So if you do need help, they're there to help you. But the other amazing thing is that they're all super happy to come on the podcast and to teach new GPs what they need to know. And so we've leveraged all of that experience, the whole power of the Medics Money Network, which contains the absolute best in the business. And we've packaged it all in a year-long new to GP partnership course. And I'm so excited to get started on it. It's starting in October because it's just going to make our colleagues' lives so much easier, because it's just everything that you need to know presented in a really nice, easy, accessible format. The whole course is being taught online. And if you can't make the teaching, it's going to be available on a recording, of course, because we know how busy you guys are, because we are doctors ourselves. We also got a really nice online community, which is like a Facebook group, but thankfully not on Facebook. I don't want to offend your ears by saying that I hate social media in front of the social media king, but I think it's pros and cons. But yeah, our group is going to be a really nice supportive environment where everyone can interact and ask questions of the experts, ask questions of us, interact with each other. And the whole idea is just to get a nice community of new GP partners all working together on a community online that isn't on Facebook.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that question about social media groups, and having your own peer group that you can speak freely and openly with, I think will really enhance the learning experience for all these individuals as they're trying to learn. I guess that's also a journey you've been through, because by definition, you're a relatively new partner as well, aren't you, Tommy, in terms of kind of your career journey and stuff?
Yeah, really good point. So I qualified in 2016, and then I was a salaried doctor for a few months. Then I went locuming. Then I became a GP with special interest in dermatology. And now, for the last 2 years, coming up this September, I've been a GP partner. So I actually know what that transition is like. And honestly, my transition from locum to partner was really made so much easier just because of all the knowledge that I get from people like Ed and all the experts on Medix Money. And what I want to do is get all of that knowledge. We've packaged it in this course and we're going to deliver it to all of our colleagues. And I know that it's going to make our lives so much easier because, as I said, I think the clinical stuff I felt really well prepared for. But the non-clinical stuff, it's so important. You know, you're about to take, if you're a new GP partner, you're about to become the owner of a small to even medium-sized business. And yet we don't really get any teaching about the mechanics of how that business works. So obviously, Medix Money, a large part of the course is focused on the financials. But I don't know what you think about this, Gandhi, but I think as well, there's lots of non-financial things, which is really important to cover as well. So we've got a big section on well-being. We've got a big section on workload because, you know, this is a high-stress job. You know, the rates of burnout are high. And if there's anything that we can do to help that, then we're going to do it. And we've been so fortunate to recruit the best in the business for this. So on the accountant side, we've obviously well covered there. Financial advice, we've got Rachel Hall, I think you know. For the well-being, we've got Rachel Morris from the You're Not a Frog podcast. Workload, we've got some amazing people as well, including the king of tech-enhanced primary care learning. And we're so happy that you're joining us on the course, Gandhi.
Absolutely, and really keen to be part of that journey because, like you say, you know, transitioning from one type of role to another, particularly in terms of partnership, can be a real challenge. I was fortunate; I had some really good mentors, both within and outside of my practice, to help guide me through that process. But that was a process. It took me, to be honest, you know, 2-3 years to kind of understand all the different parts involved in being part of a partnership. And I think having that condensed into useful pieces of information that you can dip in, dip out of if you need to, but also engage with other people doing that same journey is absolutely one of the best ways to hopefully kickstart and make that journey so much easier. And absolutely agree that the combination of all those kind of things is vitally important. So yes, the finance is really important that you understand how that works. But like you say, there's stuff like workload, well-being, even some, you know, stuff like understanding how change management works within a practice. Because let's be honest, the NHS changes almost on a daily basis at this point, and being able to understand and respond to that, really important as well. So really keen to see a lot of this stuff in the course, and hopefully that will help new people to this kind of journey of becoming a GP partner understand how to basically make it work properly. So it's not a decision you end up regretting, because that can unfortunately be the downside if you're not prepared and if you're not engaged with what the process is. Don't you agree, Tommy?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I felt so privileged that my journey as a new partner the journey was smooth just by hanging out with the experts at Medix Money. They are the absolute best in the business. And I'm just so excited to share all that expertise with our colleagues. And you mentioned, you know, it took you 2-3 years to pick it up. I think it could take a lot longer than that, actually. But we're going to pack all the information you need into a 1-year course. And why is it 1 year? That sounds really long. Well, actually, it's just 1 3-hour teaching session per month. And the reason we spaced it out like that is to give you time to think about what we talk about and work on what we talk about at the course and apply that in your practice. And then if you get stuck or you need help, you jump into our community and ask the experts, ask us, ask your peers. And so although it's a year-long program, it's just 3 hours live teaching every month, which you can watch on replay. Because, like I said, we know how busy we all are. And so we wanted to just make the course exactly like we would have wanted it if it existed when I became a partner, which it didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah. So hopefully this will be a really valuable resource. As Tommy mentioned, it's produced by Medics Money. I'm jumping in to help out, so definitely going to be part of that journey. If people wanted to sign up, where should they go, Tommy?
Great question. Yeah, if you go to medicsmoney.co.uk/GP course, and all the information there about your eligibility, what's going on the course, who's teaching. And if you've got any questions, just drop me an email via that link, which is medicsmoney.co.uk/GP course.
And as usual, GP learners, the links and everything will be down in the description. So if you want to click on it down below, not a problem. It'll take you straight to it. Obviously, if you want to check out some of the other content from the Medics Money teams, feel free to check out one of our episodes that we did with them that kind of explains how awesome they are knowing all this stuff. And that's coming up right here for you. And as always, if you've got any comments or questions, let me know. More than happy to try and answer them. If not, I'm sure Tommy will jump in when needed and stuff to answer further questions and things. And as always, we're here to help tech enhance your primary care and learning. And we'll catch you in the next episode.